Welcome to the Vector Garden. In this quick tip, we're going to take a very short look at the Shapebuilder tool. Now, you know that when you take the Shapebuilder tool and you have the gap detection turned on, so you have this turned on and set it up to a gap length so that it has an effect on your drawing, that you then can sometimes get this kind of result. So you see, at that point, Illustrator would create two different shapes if I click there. The same up there. So let's go in here again and turn the gap detection off. And now we get the expected result and just would have to click once in order to get all these shapes. Let's take a look at this kind of artwork again. So I'm going to select that and let's take the Shapebuilder tool and go in here, and you see we get these kind of lines through that. So these weren't there previously, but why are they here in this artwork? Now Illustrator already gives that away when we take a closer look at this with a different tool. So I'm going to the selection tool, and then you see the question mark in the fill box. That kind of points to the cause of that issue. I'm going to open the Shapebuilder tool options again, and we see this option, consider open filled path as closed. Now that is not very descriptive. I'm going to cancel here. So what's happening here? Let's just deselect this one. And now we see that these three open paths all have a fill applied. So let's make that yellow. And then let's select that again and use the Shapebuilder tool again. And you see the lines are aligned with that fill. So what the Shapebuilder does here is it acts as if these open filled paths were closed. So as if they were closed, and then it would create these. Now there are two kinds of actions you can take to get rid of that behavior. One is you could just check that off. So, and then you see it's gone. Illustrator doesn't care if there's a fill or not. And the other action you could take is, let's just set them all to none. And then let's go in here and turn that on again. And when they all have no fill, then you see Illustrator doesn't care how this option is set. Those are the options you have in order to not get that behavior.